Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. The chat's up and running. What's going on today? How's everybody doing? Afternoon Chat runs Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a 100% free show with no set topic. Open chat. If you're unable to chat, you need to go to YouTube and download their Discord app. Once you got the Discord app, you'll be able to chat. What's on your mind today? What would you like to talk about? I don't have an agenda. I don't have a topic. I could have, but I don't. Okay. I haven't planned anything out. There's no agenda with this show. Whatever you guys want to discuss is fine with me. If I were to make an agenda today, it'd probably be on the government shutdown, what a waste it is. These government officials we have, apparently they can't do their job. Yeah, this is a free show. No midstream ads, no sponsors, no hustle of any kind. It's my understanding that YouTube will sort us out eventually and put us in front of the people that need to see us. But for right now, it's apparently just me talking to my computer. Okay. Welcome to my nightmare. Tell me what's on your mind. Jump in the chat. I did not get a nap today. Well, Crumbleina came over. I probably need to do some more research and look into this further. We're a couple of months into it, and the chat's just not populating at all. I'll take it under consideration that I need to research this. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. That's your proof that I'm not AI. Okay. AI would have a plan. Okay. I have no plan. And evidently, without you guys jumping in the chat, I can't function. So I guess it's doomed to fail. Okay. I apologize for that. I did not get in and look at my analytics. I didn't do anything last night. I watched football and a little bit of baseball. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have done either. The Monday night game sucked. The first half was competitive. The second half was a blowout. So, it is what it is. And Travis Kelce got a touchdown, and then I switched it off. The baseball game went 18 innings. The 18 innings is not even the story that you need to know about this baseball game. What you need to know is that a seat behind home plate, one seat at one game, $25,000. America's pastime is no longer America's pastime. It's now for the rich and famous. Lifestyles of the rich and famous is what it appears to be. How many $25,000 seats can you afford? It's a 7-game series. You'll have to take out a second mortgage on your house in order to go to a ball game. That's absurd. But no, baseball doesn't need any salary caps. There's got to be an end somewhere. I don't know what they call it, demand pricing, their version of demand pricing. It's just absurd. No, the working man can't go to the World Series. At best, you can watch it on your TV, but you're probably going to have to buy a subscription to a streaming service in order to see it. It's just ridiculous. I wouldn't pay that kind of money. Not now, not ever. It's just absurd. Between the prices of the World Series tickets and the closed government, what do you guys want to talk about? Yeah, I must be a fool to have one of the few free shows on TV. Okay. Maybe I should rethink this. Okay. Yeah, it's just they're pricing us out. We can't afford to go and see a game. And an 18-inning game, I don't think I could stand that. That's that's a double header. Okay. That's not a single game. What's on your mind? What do you guys want to talk about? Well, I'm thinking that maybe I should come up with some topics and I don't know, change it up a little bit. A couple of months in and it's not really working, so maybe I need to change things up one way or another. I don't know. I don't know what I can do to get more people into the chat. No, I'm not going to put any makeup on. Okay. And I don't have a falsetto voice, so you can't ever think that I'm a girl, even though I got long hair. No, I don't know what to do. I'll get on the computer and I'll do a little research and see what I can find out. I thought that YouTube would be better with their handling of live streaming. Well, maybe this is why the price is so attractive. Is you're basically wasting your time doing it. I mean, that's the way it appears. But I'm not going to decide today. You know, it's just, I'm noticing, okay? The lack of people in the chat it stands out like a sore thumb, okay? A chat program with no one chatting is doomed for failure, I guess. And I'm on my Gatorade already. I did my family breakfast. Then I ran some errands. Grocery shopped. Yeah, I didn't like the price of the beef, so I bought a pork roast. I didn't put it on today. I'm having Frank's beans and baked potato today. That's my dinner plans. Tell me what you got going on today. Otherwise, I'll just start slamming all these government officials, the ones that can't do their job. Well, they're pissing me off. People in Jamaica right now, they're going through it. I'm telling you. That's the biggest storm they've ever been hit with. It hit landfall at a category 5, as I understand it. So their life probably won't be the same for the next 2-3 weeks. Yeah, I did shave today. Having a better hair day than yesterday, but it's still, a mop. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do to get YouTube to put this show in front of people. I'd like to get it out into everybody's recommended category, but I don't have the power. Okay. Yeah, I am really at a loss. I don't know what to do about it. I'll figure something out eventually. I would think that, well, if I was scanning the bands and I found this, I'd jump in there and chat, but That's just me. Yeah, I did not get a nap today. I'm tired. Yeah, I found out yesterday I can zip my beard up into my hoodie. That's not a good thing. Okay. And some lessons you got to learn the hard way. Okay. Fortunately, it unzipped and I didn't have to cut the beard, but you know, shocked me. I've never grown a beard, and I put a hoodie on this morning. It was cold out this morning. I'm in Michigan, a fall morning. It was probably, I don't know, 40 degrees, something like that. Yeah, all the leaves are starting to turn. It's getting pretty. Well, somebody jump in the chat. Give us a topic. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Maybe we need some salacious topics so we can generate a fervor out of the masses. I don't know. I I really don't want to make this a political show, but we need to primary all of our candidates and basically flush this. Every member of Congress should be voted out of office. All of them. They're not doing the job. For 250 years, Congress has always been able to compromise and keep the doors open, keep the government running, right up until last month. And that's when they decided, well, it's okay if we don't do our jobs. I think that when they do come back to work, they all need to receive a bill, and we need to claw back those paychecks that these clowns been collecting. If you can't do the job, how can you get paid? Do you get paid when you don't go to work? I don't. So seems pretty simple to me. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be one distraction after another. They're not going to open the government. As soon as they open it, then they're going to have to vote on the Epstein files, and they don't want to do that. Because as soon as they do that, you're going to find out who's on the Epstein files. And they don't want us to know that. Well, not only was Epstein a heinous criminal grooming children, he was grooming them to pimp them out. He was running women. The guy was a pimp. And what we as a society need to know was Who was paying the pimp? They got banking records on this clown. They can't hide them forever. If this Congress and this president are successful in never releasing these files, our next president will release them. It's dastardly what they're doing, this whole cover up, protecting pedophiles. That's what they're doing. The cover up is to protect the rich. Unacceptable. Vote them all out of office, every single one of them. No more incumbents. If they're not negotiating to reopen the government, they're not doing their job. If they're not doing their job, why are we paying them? Personal opinion, feel free to jump in the chat and disagree anytime you like, but it's not going to happen today. I think what you're going to find out is most of high society was on that list. All these people that are bribing our government officials, I think they were all on the list, as far as I'm concerned. It's a shame. I'm just thankful that we don't conduct ourselves in such a way. The American people have more morals and more ethics than all of these Congress people combined. That's more than evident. I don't know why we put up with them. The main reason we put up with them is because most people don't give a shit. Well, there's 340 million people in this country, and maybe 160 million, 170 million total vote. That's not even half, okay? At least half of this country is fed up with the government and all their bullshit. Yet they persist. They're here. Oh. Yeah, if you guys ain't getting in the chat, I don't have to wear my glasses. I'm just looking at a picture of me, and I'm okay if I'm fuzzy. Okay. I don't need to see myself clearly. Tell me what's on your mind. What would you like to talk about? The show is pretty simple. It's just a live stream, live chat. 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. The only real rules are we need to follow the community guidelines that are established by YouTube. Whatever YouTube says goes. I don't want to buck them. It's the only platform I'm streaming on. Okay. I need to stay within the guidelines. There's no hustle with this show. I'm not trying to beat you out of your money. Maybe I should. Maybe people would respond. I don't know. I was thinking free was right up everybody's alley, that would allow me to get more people in, but maybe that's not the case. Well, at this rate, I'm not going to get monetized for about 5 or 6 years. Okay. I do need the channel to get monetized eventually. Well, I can start doing other things. I can, start putting up films or shorts or something. Try to get more exposure. I'm sorry. No nap. I'm tired. Yeah. We got football coming up this weekend. The Lions are going to spank Minnesota pretty hard, I believe. I just looked at the rest of the Lions' schedule, and I expect them to score in excess of 40 points a game the rest of the season. No, there's no defensive powerhouse that they're going up against, so they should be scoring a minimum of 40 points a game. Too many offensive weapons they can't handle. Next Sunday, 1 o'clock on Fox is a Lions game, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look it up. I think we got the Vikings up next, and I don't know. Then probably the next biggest game will be Thanksgiving when we play Green Bay again. And I expect the Lions to trounce their division opponents especially. But I expect them to win out the rest of the season. Well, in week 17, I guess technically they might only play their starters for the first half of the game. So technically they could lose that one, but I don't really see it happening. In my opinion, biased as it is, I think the Lions are going to finish the season 15-2 with the number 1 seed in the NFC. They'll go to the Super Bowl, and I'd like them to play Kansas City, but if it's Indianapolis, I think that might be better. Might be a better Super Bowl. Well, Indiana and Michigan side by side here. Ugh. Yeah. I'm sorry about the yawning. I wanted to take a nap, but Crumbleina came over, so I didn't want to be rude. Jump in the chat. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you'd like to talk about. There's no charge. It's free. How many things in 2025 can you say are free? I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm out of gas today. Figuratively. Don't have the energy for it. And it's not like it was when I was younger. When I was younger, I could go 2-3 days without sleep. Okay. Well, back then I was indestructible. I'm the opposite now. I'm highly destructible. Okay. Yeah, they call it old timers disease. Okay. That's when you find out how frail the human body really is. They don't tell you that when you're young. When you're young, you feel like you're indestructible. So tell me what's going on. What's happening in your part of the world? It's pretty quiet here, especially when you guys ain't chatting. Hopefully, hopefully we'll populate the chat eventually here. It says engage with your audience. I'm just exploring the buttons. Start a Q&A, start a poll. Yeah. I don't know what else I can do sitting here by myself. Well, I want the show to be reliable. I want people to realize that it's here. Once people find it, I think they'll get on and they'll chat. They find out that they can actually have their opinions heard. They can voice their opinions on this channel. A couple of people that have been in the chat over the last 8 weeks, they seem to enjoy themselves, but it's hard when there's not a bunch of people in there. Yeah, my back's bothering me today. It's that old man itis. Just be thankful you don't have it. I have no idea who YouTube puts this in front of, if anyone at all. I put it on my TV so that I can check and make sure that the volume is working. Check and make sure that the volume is working. See? It's working. Yeah, looks like I'm being boring today. Okay, I apologize. I blame the production staff. They've really let us down today. Yeah, there is no production staff. It's just me. Okay. And I apologize for that. Well, the bottom line on all of it is I don't care. Okay. I used to give a shit. No, not now. Okay. My mind's actually going the other way. I'm thinking I could shut this stream down and take a nap. I know it's pretty lazy. I smoke cigarettes and pot. I don't recommend you do either. Well, the whole thing with me is I've got an addictive personality. I've been addicted to things throughout the course of my life. And these last two addictions, I'm kind of fond of them. So I'll probably be smoking 3 days after I'm dead because they're going to cremate my ass. It's not my line. I stole it from some comedian I heard years ago. I shouldn't say stole. I should say plagiarized. No, I don't know who the comedian was. I'd give him credit if I knew. No, I've never been good at writing jokes. I've got a knack for writing song lyrics, but not jokes. Well, back in the day, when I was dealing in Vegas, I'd crack jokes, but they were generally related to the game that the customers were playing at the time. You know what I mean? I like this format much better. I don't have to take anybody's money. That's what I hated about working in the casino is I'm visiting with somebody and I like them and I'm having a great conversation, but every 30 seconds I got to take their money because they keep losing. It used to drive me up a wall. I was in the table games business for 33 years and I never wanted to win a single bet. Okay. It was much nicer to just be able to pay people. But if they didn't win and I was paying them, the casino would have fired me. I had to take the losers when they lost and I had to pay the winners when they won. Being a dealer wasn't that bad of a job, but you know, the no retirement program, no pension of any kind. Yeah, I'm just setting myself on fire. No biggie. All part of your entertainment package here at Afternoon Chat. Hey, let's watch this guy. He might set his beard on fire next. You never know. Now, I don't know what else to tell you today. Vote public officials out of office. Anybody that's in there now has got to go. On the national If you want to do your state too, that's fine with me. Dump them all. They're not doing their job, so evidently we don't need them. Let's get different people in there. Can't keep electing these same clowns and expect a different result. They don't respect us. Otherwise, they'd have the government up and running. Well, right now, the thing that jumps to my mind is the air traffic controllers that are working without a paycheck. I wouldn't fly anywhere if I were you right now. I'm telling you, it's just not safe. Well, this air traffic controller, he might have been up driving Uber all night last night. And now he's coming in and you're the second half of his double shift. I wouldn't want to be in that situation. All he's got to do is nod off for a second and you got a mid-air collision. Yeah. You want him to be well rested and on top of his game, trust me. It's just pathetic. I think it would be fitting if these elected officials were on board of each airplane so that their life was at risk. It's a shame. It's not a safe time to be flying. I think after the first of the month, the food stamp money is going to run out and nobody's going to have food. Well, this administration seems to be enjoying the destruction of our government. They seem to be taking joy out of it. Well, I just think that, the next president will probably straighten this crap out. I hope. No, I fully expect that they're going to keep the government closed. I don't think they want to reopen any way, shape, or form because they want to hide the Epstein files. That appears to be their only motivation. Should be interesting to see what they come up with, but I've already decided I'm not watching the news next week. I'm going to shut it off. It's too negative. I don't want to hear all that bunk. No, if they ain't going to do their job, to just make up your mind right now. Vote them all out of office. Every one of them. I don't care whether you like them or not. Vote them out. They didn't do the job that we elected them to do. The government is shut down. I blame the president, the vice president, the entire Senate, and the entire House of Representatives. I blame them all. It's their job to keep the government up and running, and they're not doing it. This administration, I shouldn't even call it an administration. This regime, okay, it appears to be a regime. This regime, they're just in it for their bribes. They're just enriching themselves, and they're still getting their paychecks, even though the government's shut down. So, criminals, there's, yeah, these same guys that are getting the paychecks while the government's shut down, they bitch about people going on welfare. Okay. Oh, they don't want to work. They just want to sit back and collect from the government. Oh, you mean like you guys are doing? Oh, you're afraid everybody wants to do what you guys are doing. Wonder why? Maybe they feel a little guilt. I don't think so. They're just greed. I don't care how you package it. Greed and fear. That's all I see. They never appear shameful. They're proud of their actions. I have no idea why. It's sad, but it is what it is. Until we vote them out of office, we're stuck with them. Yeah. I don't know. I think if we put a revolving door on Congress and just, put them through one term and out, one term and out, one term and out. Let's do that for about 10 years and then let's reevaluate, see where we stand. They think the government shutdown's fine. Well, once the jobs numbers are supposed to come out, they're going to be pretend numbers. They're not going to be real. We were getting real numbers, but that guy got fired. So now we're going to get the pretend numbers. Well, all Trump's going to do is cook the books. That's what he did with his own business. He's going to treat the government the same way. He'll just cook the books. Well, this is what, con men and frauds do. Okay. They con people. And they steal money. Line their own pockets. That's the way they operate. You got to call them like you see them. I don't even think Trump's in the country, is he? I thought he was overblowing Putin. Oh, no? Well, he's sucking up to some foreigner. I still want to know what the minimum bribe is. How much would we have to pay and to whom in order to get the government reopened? Isn't that what this is? Is another attempt of them to financially rape America? they're still getting their paychecks. I mean, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I ought to just, I'm not, but I ought to just, but I'm not going to. Somebody jump in the chat. Lead this fiasco of a show. Yeah, I have no idea what to talk to you guys about today. Well, it's a shame because if somebody would have gotten into the chat today, we probably would have talked about all kinds of good stuff. You know, sex, drugs, rock and roll. Okay. I don't know. I know that I need people to like and subscribe. I know that I'm not making any money off of this. And I know that I'm not trying to get anybody to do anything except talk, visit. Yeah. Sounds like I got a flawed plan. Okay. Yeah, it's a little windy out there today, but it's still a nice day. It's pretty. The fall colors. I notice when I walk, it crunches, all the leaves crunch underneath my feet. Makes it sound like I'm scuffing my feet, but well, you should be, let's see, it's the end of October, 1st of November. Everybody should be out winterizing their car now, getting ready for winter. Air in the tires, check all your belts and your hoses. Make sure you got a snow brush or a window scraper, or just get it ready for winter. Maybe you need a coolant flush or something. I don't know. But winterize your vehicles now. Should winterize your apartments now. Well, you get that stuff out of the way now before snow starts flying is the normal plan, right? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll start doing topic shows. I don't even know if I've got comments turned on the channel or not. I need to sort through all that shit. I don't know. I just haven't really felt like being on the computer even. And did you guys see that high-speed chase that went down in LA, the motorcycle rider? And I got it up to 150 miles an hour and then rear-ended a car. Yeah. Another brilliant fucker. Pardon my language. I apologize. I wouldn't drive 150 miles an hour in a car, let alone on a motorcycle. That's crazy. They can only end one way, in a bad way. I saw him hit the back of the car, go airborne, land on the pavement, and then get hit with his bike. Gravity's a bitch. Okay. What goes up has to come down eventually. Yeah, my language is kind of poor today. I apologize. I should be able to do better. I blame Krembelina. Yeah, everything's all her fault. Well, this is one of the things that I'm learning from our president is why take blame for anything? Push that blame on other people where it belongs, right? It's not our president's fault that the government's closed. Oh, yeah, it is. It is his fault. That's right. Yeah. Oh, it's not the vice president. Well, the vice president, yeah, I guess he's at fault too. Every member of our government, just vote him out of office. I think we should put a none of the above on the ballot. Just hold another election. Every time a none of the above gets elected, you just hold a new election. That'd be the straight ticket that I would want to vote. None of you. All of them must go. They're dysfunctional. They're not doing their job. Get rid of them. That's what would happen to you or I if we were dysfunctional, if we weren't capable of doing our job. We'd get fired like that in a heartbeat. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear those wind chimes or not. I don't know if the mic is picking them up. I would think so. I hear them. Well, it's a breezy day out there, at least right now. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you're thinking about. The chat's up and running. All you got to do is jump in there. If you don't have the Discord app, just go to YouTube and download it. Only takes a couple minutes. Ghost Mostly Media, LLC, is my parent company. I'm not sure what all videos and stuff I'm going to start putting out, but maybe I should think about it. Doing some now. I don't know. I was thinking about doing a number of things. Everything from instructional videos to motivational videos. Well, sometimes it's hard to get motivated to do a job, especially if it's a dirty job or a job you don't like. Well, I don't know. We'll see. See what I come up with. But yeah, I'm about ready to, do something to change up the show here. I got to do something to get more people involved in it. Well, at a certain point, my I don't care attitude becomes a detriment. It becomes dead weight, right? I need to care. Okay. I don't, but I need to. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you want to talk about. Otherwise, we're stuck with whichever way my mind wanders on a given day. And it's not doing good on its own today. My mind, I'm talking about. Ugh. Pardon me. It should be interesting to see what happens with this show, but for right now, it appears to be going nowhere fast or nowhere slow. And I'm trying to work on my posture. It's not working too good. I did not wear an overshirt today. Well, when I went out this morning, I had layers on. I was all bundled up. And by the time I got home from the grocery store, I was all overheated. I had way too much stuff on. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you want to talk about. It's up to you guys. The chat's going to decide everything. Because I don't care. I want you guys to be able to talk about what you want to talk about. I don't want to be able to talk about what I want to talk about. All right, now I'd like to talk about getting some people in the chat. Got any ideas? Okay. And I need to go through the whole channel and straighten it all up, dot my I's, cross my T's, that kind of crap. I can't stop yawning. It's caused by a lack of oxygen to the brain. I believe it qualifies as involuntary muscular reaction. I believe. All right. Could be a guess, but I believe anyways. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you guys want to talk about. Otherwise, we're just going to be bored here listening to me ramble on about, oh, I don't know. If I come up with my own topics to talk about or interview people, then I wouldn't need to chat anymore. I want to chat. That's my whole point for the live streaming, is just to get it to chat, to have access to the people that are in chat. All I can offer you is my personal opinions. I need to get your guys' opinions. I need the people that are watching the show to jump in and chat. Tell me to straighten my act up and fly right. What's on your mind? I should smoke a bowl. Okay. Trigger my imagination, get me to think of something to talk about. That would be interesting. I doubt that it's legal to smoke a bowl on live stream. I seriously. Well, marijuana's not legal everywhere, so yeah, I don't know how they could prove it was marijuana. I guess from the video generated by the live stream. Yeah, I leave them all up after the live stream's over. A copy paste or is posted right on the YouTube, so you guys can go back and access and see what was said by whom. Well, if the conversations got heavy and the chat was crowded, that might be a feature that you'd want to use to be able to go back and say it and read and see who said what. When it's just me and there's no one in the chat, I think it's pretty easy to figure out who said what. It's more like I said everything. Okay. Yeah, I did the grocery store. Bought a pork roast, and I'm thinking of cutting it in half and using half of it as a roast. And then the other half, I was thinking I could slice that up and just make it into like a loin chop. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? What are you doing today? Blessed? How am I blessed? I'm alive. That's all I can say. I'm not. I'm not sure you could call me blessed. Okay. But I'm glad you got into the chat. They never saw the good things you have done when nobody was watching. This is true. But I think you can say that about almost everybody. Well, I think that the good deeds are never publicized. There's a lot of people that do a lot of good deeds out there. It just doesn't get any attention. It doesn't draw any press because the news media can't make money off of nice people. Look at just a good Samaritan. A good Samaritan, I find them all over the place. But they don't get any press. What made me happy as a child? Freedom. I was a bit of a wild child, okay? I took off and I did whatever the hell I wanted most of my life. It used to drive people crazy. They couldn't figure out how to control me. That's one of the things that was so unusual about me working in Vegas all those years is I had to follow the rules. Do I remember the bright red and green light that I saw in the woods? I spent so much time in the woods, you would never. I ain't lying. I spent a lot of times in the woods. The main thing I remember about the woods was some of them are scary. Sometimes you get in the woods and you find out that you're not at the top of the food chain. The top of the food chain when you're out in the woods is Mother Nature. Okay. Mother Nature, she has total control over everything. You can control a little bit, but not everything. I used to do a lot of hunting and fishing and that kind of stuff. Stomping around, both in Michigan, and I did a lot in Colorado as well. Well, you get out there in those mountains of Colorado and you realize how small and insignificant one man really can be. Okay. When you're the only guy on the face of a 14,000 foot mountain, you can realize just how alone and vulnerable one man can be. Unconditional love always keeps us safe. You've got to, really respect yourself and value yourself. Once you learn to value yourself, no one can ever take that from you. I really didn't realize my value until after I had children. Once I did a good job raising children, and then I really, it sunk home. Where do you live? The Big Island? Ooh, nice. Yeah. As long as you don't run out of money, it's a beautiful place to live. You run out of money out there, and it's a tough, well, it's an island, you know. You can't just walk out of there. Okay. Uh, I I would love to go to Hawaii, but I'm telling you that I couldn't stay. I'm enjoying my time in Michigan, but I'm seeing the seasons change. The main thing about an island like Hawaii is you're in the middle of the ocean, and the ocean has got more power than anything. I mean, it's devastating. What are you doing for a living out there? Yeah, survival is a tough, tough game. And if you can do it, I'm proud of you. And if you can't do it, it's not your fault. It takes training. You've got to be able to bring in your own food. And we've been spoiled, especially in this country, with everything being in the grocery store. I don't have any real respect for money, but that's from my history, right? I worked in Vegas handing thousands and taking thousands every day, and I lost respect for money. But I respect a man that can go out and shoot dinner or catch dinner and bring it home and provide for his family. That's a man. Well, the main thing about money too is if you don't have a store to spend your money in, what is it good for? You can't even insulate your house with it. Okay. It's, yeah, the Yakuza, yeah, ground up will take too long. Yeah. Well, organized crime it's a necessity. I know you don't understand that, but it is. You have to have organized crime. Organized crime is one of the predators. Now, the government interest, that's a totally different beast right there. That's not a predator. That is a stalker. You know the difference between a predator and a stalker? A predator will attack you so that it can eat and survive. A stalker lives for the hunt, right? Our government, all they're there for is to hunt us down and financially rape us over and over and over throughout our life. That's different than an animal that's trying to hunt you in order to survive, right? The government is horrible, in my opinion. That's why I'm saying we should vote all these clowns out of office for shutting the government down. They're not doing the job. Well, the airlines anymore are they're basically banks. Okay. It's a shell game that they're all playing with money. I'm not familiar with Alaska Airlines itself, but the airlines in general, they're like a bank. They put in the fees and there's nothing you can do except to pay them. I got a cousin that passed away a few years back that used to work out there in Hawaii. He worked the cruise ships. He was a waiter, but he really enjoyed working those cruise ships off the islands there. Well, you've got the Russians and the Chinese both buying up as much America as they can. The Chinese are going more for the real estate, and the Russians are going more for the businesses. But they're both buying all the time, nonstop. The Chinese are buying up our farmland, and the Russians are buying up the businesses. The bottom line on this stuff is that they need to be taxed as they bring money into the United States. They shouldn't be able to. If you make money in the United States, your income is taxed. So if you're bringing money into this country, it should be taxed on its way in. It's so weird to see the word mainland. When you live over here, it's the continental United States. It's never referred to as the mainland, right? Cruise ship workers fraternize too much and are corrupt also. Yeah. Well, the sheriff's department, they're the first to get bribed. Okay. They're the first ones with their hand out, right? It's sad. It really is. But yeah, the Chinese are leasing most of the land, but they want to buy it. They want to own it. And that's the scary part. And most of the farmland that they're buying here in the continental United States is around military bases, which makes no sense. I'm thinking they have some ulterior motive. I think that it probably has to do with like maybe an electromagnetic pulse that they can put on land in a barn outside of a military base, that they can set off that pulse and it'll kill all the communications for the military base. Something like that. The kids got to make their own new rules, and it's going to have technology in mind. The AI that's coming is meant to replace human workers. And the human workers that are left are going to be taking care of the robots. I like your sense of humor. Put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. Yeah. Thanks for coming in today, Kevin. I appreciate you, man. You made my day. It's just too cool. Now, a lot of what our society does is putting a bandage on an open wound and saying, "Aren't you better now?" Oh, please feel free, like and subscribe. No charge. This is 100% free show. Okay. And it always will be. Okay. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern. What's the time difference there? What are you, about 8 hours off? You have to stay a positive attitude, otherwise it'll eat a hole in your stomach. 10:27 a.m. Oh yeah. It's 4:27 p.m. here. So that's 4, 5, 6 hours difference. That's not bad. Yeah, sorry it's not in the afternoon, but it is afternoon chat, right? When I originally set it up, I set it up so that east to west coast would all be in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm on the same time as Florida, but we got a time change coming up on Saturday, I believe. Hey, what are you doing for Halloween, Kevin? You going to a party? I'm not going to a party here. I'm not dressing up in a costume. But I did get some candy in case kids come to the door, you know. But I'm not expecting kids because I live in a senior complex, you know. Oh, I love teriyaki chicken. Jason takes Manhattan. All right. Good for you. Hey, at least you got a plan. Okay. A lot of people are winging it. Bunch of the seniors in my complex have been dressing up and decorating their apartments and such. And I think they're throwing a party. And the last I heard is they were planning on having moonshine. So I decided to pass on the party. I'm not into drinking moonshine, but you know, how many kids you got? I had two sons, 23 years apart. I know you didn't do that. My oldest is 51. And my youngest is 28. Three girls and two boys. Oh, the girls would scare me, dude. Those blood curdling screams that they let out when they're little. Oh my gosh. That'll stop my heart. Okay. Boys are easy. You knock them over and you wrestle with them. I have no idea what do you do with girls? Oh, 6 month old. Oh my goodness. Bless your heart. Yeah, you'll sleep again in about 5 years. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you don't sleep when you got babies. Yeah. Nobody does. You know, you just get used to it. I used to call it zombie mode. I could function on zombie mode for as long as I had to. And I'm sure you're doing the same thing, you know. Oh, that's got to warm your heart though, brother. I'm telling you. It's got to warm your heart. You look at them kids. (4:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. for years. Oh God. Yeah. When I had the little ones, I was, I don't know, maybe 4 hours a night I would get in sleep. But I tell you what, to this day, when my kids hug me, I feel like I did something. I accomplished something. You know what I mean? That's your legacy right there. Those kids. That's your legacy. And your wife's too. Tell her. Tell her that you're proud of her. Okay? Being a mom is the most unrewarding job a woman can have. Seriously. Especially when you got teenagers. Okay? Teenagers are inherently cruel to their mom. They'll behave for their father, but not for the mother, you know. Anything to do with family, let it warm your heart. Okay? Enjoy it. Okay? I know it's a lot of work. I know it is, okay? But it's worth it. I'm telling you, when my oldest hugs me, I feel like I've accomplished something. He's a grown ass man. You know what I mean? I know that I have accomplished something, you know. 39. God, I remember being 39. Oh, I'll tell you my age. I probably shouldn't, but I will. I'm 68. Yeah, older than shit. 39, you're still indestructible. Yeah, you can handle 3 jobs. It's okay. Hey, I know it's a lot of work, but I'm telling you, when you get to be my age, you're going to be so proud of them kids, man. You really will. I'll tell you what, your kids, when you get older, your kids will make you feel like you were a success for your entire life. Seriously. My youngest, when he calls me old man. Yeah. Yeah, I wiped his ass for 5 years so he could grow up to do that at the age of 28. Hey, old man, what are you doing? Yeah. Yeah. But having children is the most rewarding thing. I'm telling you, it warms my heart. It makes me feel like I was a success for all of those years. I don't remember the sleepless nights like I had when they were sick or, issues, How are you with dealing with kid emergencies? Oh, I'm always going to be positive for you, Kevin. Always. And I'll be here 5 days a week. We can talk as much as you want. Yeah, it used to freak me out to see my kid bleed. Oh my God. I didn't think I was going to live through it. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. One of the worst ones was my oldest. When he was 5, he had a wasp inside his shirt, stinging his belly, and he had just been in Germany for 3 months. And in the 3 months that he was in Germany, he forgot how to speak English. So when he first came back to me, he's speaking in German. Kids absorb languages quick, and he forgot English. So he's trying to tell me in German that he was getting stung. I'm standing there at the front door, and I'm literally ripping his shirt open. What is wrong? Big old wasp in there. Oh my God. But I was panic stricken. I didn't know how to deal with that. Smart move, Kevin. Smart move. Yeah. I understand that Harry Potter scalp. Well, the scalp is so thin on a kid, and you can't get them to stop bleeding. Yeah. The worst one for me was my youngest, when he was 2, broke his collarbone. I couldn't pick him up from under the armpits for like, I don't know, 7, 8 months. I could squat down and get an arm underneath his butt and pick him up that way. But a 2-year-old, you got to be able to get him into the armpits to get him up to you, Yeah, that was the freaky one. He was bouncing on the couch with the dog and took a header off the back of the couch, busted the collarbone. My buddy got poisoned by household cleaning products. I told him to eat charcoal. He thought I was crazy, but the poison hotline people told him, thank God he knew me. Damn straight. Charcoal, it helps when you ain't got nothing else. I used to panic. I mean, what the hell do I do? And fortunately, I had my mother on speed dial. Okay. All right. Yeah, my mother on speed dial was, well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, my mother on speed dial was my savior. I ain't lying. And she never failed to answer the phone, even if it was 3:00 in the morning, her time. Well, I used to, after the first one was grown, then I was better with the second. I was able to handle the shit as it happened with the younger one. But with the old one, man, I panicked every time something went down. But you sound like you're right in the groove, man. You're handling this stuff right. Yeah, I learned from my oldest to the youngest, so that by the time I got the second one in, I was on it. I knew what the hell I was doing. Everything was under control. I wasn't panicking. I got a granddaughter. She's 17 now and driving. And I have not ridden with her driving, but I know it's coming. It'll happen eventually. You know what I mean? All my kids and granddaughter, both my sons and my granddaughter still live in Las Vegas. Is your wife in the military? Nice. Youngest walked before crawling? Wow. Oh, man. For my youngest, I had I can't remember what they called it. It was like an interlocking gate system. And I went out and I bought I don't know, 10 of them suckers. And I could go out in the yard and I could hook them all together. And then I could lay him out there on a blanket and he would pull himself up on that gate and then walk around the perimeter. And he basically taught himself to walk that way. Just, I don't know, they were like, each panel was like 3 foot by 3 foot. and they all interlocked together, and it would be a freestanding pen. And it was ideal, but I used it inside the house too. I used it, we had a fireplace, and I wanted to block off the fireplace so the kid couldn't get up there and touch anything, you know. Well, walking and crawling are one thing, but when they start running, sometimes it's hard to keep up with them. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I envy you, brother. Enjoy this time you got with the kids, because now I went to breakfast with my father this morning, and I just had a discussion with him. I said I expected both the boys to call me this weekend. Neither one of them did. Now, I know that means they were busy, right? I will definitely hear from them this weekend, and I'll get photos and stuff, right? But last weekend, I was expecting to hear from both and didn't get a call from either one. That's what you got coming when they're adults, all right? So enjoy your time with them now, okay? And take plenty of pictures, okay? That way you can put them back on them. My youngest, the day he graduated high school, I had a picture of him sitting in his toy box, surrounded with toys that were chin high all the way around him. And then I had another picture of him with he had a pacifier in, I think he was 3. He had a pacifier in his mouth, and he had a toy lightsaber, and he was in the living room. And I had a picture of that, and I gave that to him at his high school graduation in front of all his buddies. Oh, God, that was great. He was so embarrassed. Offensive line in high school. Yeah, that's tough. Tough position. You must be a big guy. Yeah, concussions are tough, man. My youngest played flag football for 7 years. When he switched from that and went to tackle, he only lasted 1 season, and he said, "No, I'm done." He got hit low a couple of times, and I think he was wisely afraid of messing up a knee. Uh, you want to see a good pulling guard? Oh my gosh. Do you watch Lions football? We got a guy, Penei Sewell. He's a big man, but you'll see him out running in the secondary as a lead blocker. I ain't lying. He can move. He's quick. Oh, bruised back. God, that's so painful. Jeez. Oh man. There's no comfortable way to sit or lay when you have a bruised back. Max Unger, you play? Wow. Nice. Yeah, you'll never forget those days, man. You'll never forget them. I don't care how many concussions you got. Those days, you'll remember those the rest of your life. Let me ask you a question. We only got like 10 minutes left of the show. Let me ask you a question here. Knee brace. Most athletes have it end up with a knee brace. I ain't lying. Let me ask you a question. As an adult, what is your age of your first childhood memory? What's the earliest that you can remember? I asked my father that this morning. He can only go back to when he was 4 years old. That's his earliest memory. My father's 87. I got memories when I was 2. This weekend when my boys call, I'm going to ask them the same question. Probably 2. Yeah. I remember being 2, clear as day. But my father, no memories before age 4. Was that your first plane ride as a kid too? Because that would definitely stay in your memory, I'm sure. Yeah, it's weird. When my sons call this weekend, I'm going to ask both of them, what's the earliest that you got a memory of? Ask your wife, find out. Does she have memories from being 2 years old? Because I can remember a plain as day. I was 2 years old, wearing a diaper, in my mother's arms. Florida, Michigan, San Diego, then Hawaii before 3. Wow. I love San Diego. I just can't afford to live there. It's just the perfect weather for me that I ever found was San Diego by far. Hey, I only got like 7 minutes left. I wanted to tell you, thank you, Kevin. You really made my day. You saved me here. You stopped me from yawning. You got my brain thinking. You got me jazzed up. Okay. I appreciate you. And thank you for the like and the subscribe. I'll be back on tomorrow, 3. So that's what, 10 a.m. your time? Six hours difference. No, 9 a.m. your time, maybe. Yeah, 9 a.m. your time. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. You made my day, Tell your friends. You saved some old guy on TV today. Well, I was in a little bit of despair, running out of gas, as they say. But I appreciate you. One of the things that I've been closing the shows with is telling people to live and let live. Fort Jackson. In Columbia, South Carolina. Fort Jackson. Oh my God, you're on the wrong side of Tank Hill. Jesus. Oh, 40 rounds. Wow. Yeah, I was there. I was at Fort Jackson. Yeah, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. But we both survived it. We moved on. Yeah. So are you a nurse now? What was your final MOS? All right. The thing I didn't like about South Carolina, seriously, was the humidity. Mechanic. Oh, God. You'll be working the rest of your life, brother. Yeah, you'll be working the rest of your life. You've got a skill, and that skill will take you all the way around the globe, anywhere you want to go. Yeah. Yeah. I'm proud of you, brother. Very proud. And it was an honor to meet you today. Okay. Just remember, do your job. And the military is just starting to understand pot. All right. They're not there yet. But the strides that they're making in the VA hospitals with the PTSD and pot, they're starting to come around. It's going to take them a few years, brother. Okay. I don't know whether you're going to do 20 or 30, but as far as I know, if you do get a bad test, it's only in Article 15. Microdosing is up and coming, but I'm telling you, ayahuasca is better than mushrooms. And so's peyote. Okay. Don't let the PTSD take you down, brother. Ever. Yeah, the microdosing is up and coming, and hopefully they'll learn from it, but they've got to study it. You know what I mean? They need to determine the strength. I couldn't stand the taste of the DMT, brother. I it it felt like I just ate a goddamn cat turd and it was sitting in the back of my throat. All right. I loved the out of body and it changed. I mean, it changed me. It took all my anger away right now. I like the DMT for that, and I like the fact that it only lasted 15 minutes. Peyote is much better and it's easier to control than the mushrooms. But you got to be with somebody that knows the peyote. Just like the ayahuasca, you can't do the ayahuasca without somebody there, a shaman of some type that knows what the hell he's doing. Hey, I gotta end the stream, brother. I love you. You saved me today. All right. Come see me tomorrow. All right. Afternoon chat. 3 to 5 Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. I'm your host, Ghost Mosley. It's a free show. Be nice to everybody. You'll like the end result. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks, Kevin.